live and 11 correlation. This is Smackdown live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Smackdown Week 2 is underway here in Universe Mode, and well, tonight we have some pretty damn good action in store for you. But first things first, after what happened last week, ladies and gentlemen, Big E, as you see, making his way down to the ring, and he has some things in his chest. Of course, last week, Big E walking out on Xavier Woods, which led to Heavy Machinery becoming your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Big E did not attempt to break up Xavier Woods, being pinned from the compactor, and just that Heavy Machinery became the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions to open up the show last week on SmackDown. Big E has requested a live mic, and he's going to get one to open up SmackDown. Still with the New Day, I guess, movements, I don't know, the taunts, dancing around. He seems rather happy, and now Big E immediately getting down to business here to kick things off on SmackDown. He knows after last week, the fans, they don't really like him, kind of questioning why did he do what he did last week, and now Big E getting down to business. He would like to formally apologize to his brother-in-arms, Xavier Woods. And well, he walked down Woods last week. So if anyone is pissed off at what Big E did, it's not us, the fans, or me, the color commentator. It is most likely, well, Big E's own tag team partner, Xavier Woods. And I would like to thank the champion, the leader of the New Day, Kofi Kingston, as well. But Kofi, he's actually going to open up the show after these two are done. So Kofi, definitely watching this on backstage, and Xavier Woods rather happy as well. The New Day here, so far so good. No one is extremely pissed off. Big E, wiggling his hips like the New Day do. Xavier Woods, well, hey, all jolly and happy. So the New Day, rather okay start here. So far things look perfectly fine intact, but we shall see for when this could be a potential war of words, to be fair. But no. Sir Woods saying the bond of the New Day is unbreakable, unlike no other tag team in WWE. And now Sir Woods, he's all ears. So Big E definitely has some explaining to do, and he is actually going to do it in a mere couple of moments. Sir Woods, so far, he is going to at the very least listen and not jump to any conclusions, even though it's rather easy to jump to some conclusions. And I am one of those people that are immediately jumping into it. Even with what our Big E is saying right now. Of course, giving us a recap of what happened last week. I did that, big man, but okay. So he just basically re-saying what I did, earlier on the night. That's the commentator's job, But, whatever, sure, just copy the commentator. No one's gonna even bother to worry about me. They stay back to being unbiased. Anyway, moving on. Woods saying he does remember Heavy Machinery winning the SmackDown Tag Titles. New Day, they only have one piece of gold left, and that being Kofi Kingston with the WWE Championship. Of course, Kofi, like I said moments ago, gonna be in action to kick us off after these two are done with their mic time. And now this is where we get to the juicy stuff here. Big E looking to explain to us why he did what he did last week. Frustration just came over him. Okay, I'm not buying that. Next thing Big E knew, he left the apron and let Xavier Woods out to dry. But now he's saying, Heavy Machinery, gonna face off against New Day. New Day get their SmackDown Tag Team Championships rematch at Money in the Bank. And Xavier Woods, he's not gonna even bat an eye. He's not gonna even think twice about what Big E just said here. What our happiness is in the past, and best believe the New Day will come out Money in the Bank once again. The WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and Woods looking to end it off with the classic New Day chant, New Day rocks. Well, the New Day are back in terms of, on the same page, on the same level. E not going to walk out with Woods, though. Woods going to walk out on his own pace, on his own right. And with that, we end off that part of Smackdown. As well, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this one? Tonight, our main event, 8 of those women shown right there, will be in the Battle Royal. The winner will face Bayley at Money in the Bank for her Smackdown Women's Championship. But to kick things off, as you saw right there, Kofi Kingston, as I've now said for a third time here, is in action to kick us off. Our WWE Champion Kofi Kingston, he defends that title against Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank. But first here tonight, he faces off against this man, Dolph Ziggler. And now, well, Dolph definitely could use a victory under his belt over the WWE Champion Kofi Kingston. And Dolph is to win here tonight. I like to think future championship opportunity. If anything, I feel like Dolph is going to win the title anyway in the future. Dolph Ziggler, just that caliber of athlete. I would compare him to AJ Styles over on Raw. To be fair, I am going to make that comparison. AJ and Dolph won the same. I feel like most people wouldn't agree with that, and I can see why. But I'm saying it right now. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not gonna be the most unbiased commentators at this point. Because at certain points, you know, I am going to be biased, not gonna be honest. But anyway, Ziggler. Now, in the ring, and he awaits the arrival of our WWE Champion, the face of SmackDown 2, the face of the WWE in general, Kofi Kingston. Of course, Roman Reigns last week on SmackDown winning a triple threat against both Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan to have this opportunity. And so at Money in the Bank, Kofi Kingston and Roman Reigns will battle for the WWE Championship. Two of WWE's biggest stars, not only on SmackDown, but in the whole WWE roster in general. So Kofi and Roman, that definitely seems like one hell of a contest on SmackDown. While over on Raw, Drew McIntyre will challenge Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. Later, Money in the Bank is going to be stacked along with the 8-man Money in the Bank ladder match as well. 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown. That will main event Money in the Bank. And well, to kick us off on Money in the Bank, the 8-woman Money in the Bank ladder match. And well, the participants, the 8-woman, 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown, they will be announced on the upcoming episode of Raw, aka Raw Week 3. As well, depending on who wins the Battle Royal. You know, we need to see who's going to win the Battle Royal, because whoever wins Battle Royal will face off against Bayley at Money in the Bank. And who knows, maybe even some of the participants from the Battle Royal in tonight's main event upcoming after this matchup. Well, some of those participants will go on to the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So, on Raw Week 3, the 8 women will be announced. And that will actually open up Money in the Bank. So, Money in the Bank pay-per-view. The ladder match, the Money in the Bank ladder match to open up and to close the show. How fitting. And now here we go. Kick things off here on SmackDown with a bang. Kofi Kingston, Dolph Ziggler. These two long-time rivals. Years and years of these two fighting, especially on the mid-card. And now here in the main event scene. And, well, it definitely has futuristic main event implications for Dolph Ziggler. If he is to win here tonight, it's either Kofi able to get the better of Ziggler, and taking him down with that neckbreaker. Kofi Kingston on the roll here to kick things off on SmackDown, and Dolph just sends Kofi the other way, trying to gain some separation here early on this contest is Dolph Ziggler. And now, yeah, okay, there you go. Trying to gain some separation, sends him into the ring post. And Dolph Ziggler now going to rate the arrival of Kofi Kingston. Dolph going to have to put this into his pace. Kofi, the more faster athlete. Kofi could run circles around Dolph if he wants to, and Dolph knows that. So Dolph, he needs to keep this on the ground. Dolph could really out-wrestle Kofi in this type of situation. As see right there, double stomp right to the chest. He can't let Kofi get maneuvers in going, especially maneuvers with that high of an impact, as we just saw right there. But Dolph, kick to the midsection, and now Dolph Ziggler here, trying to gain some momentum into his favor, gets that drop kick. One of the best in the business, if you ask me. And Dolph Ziggler taunting a crowd, and that right there is going to be his kryptonite. And to the outside goes Dolph Ziggler, and now Kofi with the New Day chance, and now Kofi, I have a bad feeling of this nation, Kofi Kingston, he's gonna fly, taking out Dolph Ziggler. Ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown continues. Back here at Smackdown during the commercial break, Kofi Kingston been ruling the majority of the match versus Saul right here, just leaping onto Ziggler and then mounted punches. Ziggler just startled right there in a European uppercut to follow suit. As we're back here on Smackdown, Dolph bringing Kofi back inside the ring here. These two did battle on the outside of the ring after we saw that clip moments ago. And now Kofi side rushing Lex, who has been ruling majority of this matchup during the commercial break. Dolph was looking to get some momentum back rolling when he brought Kofi back inside the ring. But to no avail, but Dolph now has Kofi grounded. Like I said earlier, he needs to keep that going. He needs to make sure Kofi doesn't nail anything. And that they see right there the famous sir by Dolph Ziggler. And now in the corner, he's charging it up for some sweet chin music. Of course, stealing that move from Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels. And it connects to Kofi Kingston. 1. And it's only a 1. Well, Dolph Ziggler definitely needs to perfect the super kick. Or excuse me, the sweet chin music. As I guess we're going to have to call it. Once again, stealing that from Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels. But there's no other better person to actually steal than Dolph Ziggler reacts. Me, I see right there. Trouble in Paradise by Kofi. And he's going to look at to take it home early. And now into a cover here. Dolph's hands under the rope though. And referee able to see it. Don't know how the hell he was able to see it from this angle. But whatever. Besides that. And Kofi with the New Day chance. Of course, the New Day still on solid ground, as we saw to kick us off here. Big E apologizing to Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods accepting it, but Big E didn't really... I feel like Big E didn't even formally apologize. I feel like Big E did not formally apologize at all. He just said that Money in the Bank, they're going to win back the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, and Xavier Woods, he just won of it. To very New Day, they're not really the smartest of bunch. That being said, I mean, they are, but they aren't, if that makes sense. I know to some people it will make sense. But let's just say that. And Woods didn't even bother to glance a second eye, to say the least. But anyway, we shall see whether or not the New Day are still intact. I'm Money in the Bank. I see right there Kofi Kingston, top of rubber drop to Dolph Ziggler. And Kofi just rolling throughout this matchup here. Has been ruling majority of this matchup. As I said, Dolph hasn't really been able to get any much offense. The famous sir earlier in the super kick didn't really do much, as Kofi kicked out at 1. Without Kofi Kingston wrenching the neck, the WWE champion here, to kick things off on Smackdown. And now look at this Kofi saber hold. Once upon a time, this used to be Dolph Ziggler's best maneuver. This is how Ziggler started back in 09. And well, to be fair, not really back in 09. 05, part of the Spirit Squad, but we don't talk about that. Well, Dolph Ziggler was born in 2008, 2009. The real Dolph Ziggler persona. That character was born back then, so we'll count it as the Dolph Ziggler persona, and not the pre-Dolph Ziggler persona back in the Spirit Squad, because we don't talk about the Spirit Squad. No one wants to talk about the Spirit Squad. And now Kofi looking to dive again, perhaps, and a second time Kofi is flying. Kofi at one point used to wear an I Can Fly t-shirt, and well, he still can fly, as that just showed right there. But Ziggler trying to fight back here. Drop to the chest of Kofi Kingston. Now these two on the outside. Need to be careful before getting counted out. Although if Dolph gets counted victory over Kofi, by the record books, he technically has defeated the WWE champion. Even if it's by count out, that still goes to the record books. So maybe Dolph could get a title opportunity from that. But Kofi is actually inside the ring. So if Kofi defeats Dolph by count out here, that doesn't do Dolph any favors. And Kofi once again with those New Day claps, the minor New Day Rocks chant. And now Kofi looking to break the referee's 10 count here. Dolph really is stunned. And Ziggler now looking to follow Kofi back inside the ring. Kofi just trying to, lure him back inside the ring, I guess. I don't know. But now Dolph here, front face lock. The amateur wrestling background of Dolph Ziggler will prevail in the wrestling ability department against Kofi Kingston. And now look at that power slam right there. The self-proclaimed show-off of the WWE looking to get a victory over Kofi Kingston here tonight. I see there misses the drop kick. And now Kofi, kick to a midsection, has him up, looking for a power bomb perhaps. But no, oh my god. Just drops him forward, and Dolph Ziggler's face just bouncing off the bottom turnbuckle, the bottom rope. His face and neck here again all hung up there. And well, he's not going to really show the effects. Well, not even sure how much that really hurt Dolph. But now, Looking for a cutter of some sorts, perhaps. And now what's this? Kofi Kingston. DDT. Thought he was going to go and hit the SOS for a second. Kofi Kingston could just really hit maneuvers out of nowhere, as we saw from Dope Foot Stomp earlier on in the matchup minutes ago. And now DDT right there of his own by Dolph Ziggler. Saying what you can do, I can do better. Well, thus the show-off gimmick, and now was looking for something there, and oh my god, Kofi catches him into a powerbomb. And Dolph with a very Dolph Ziggler-like sell. Yes, we just broke kayfabe. But moving on, drop kick, missed. Kofi getting out of harm's way there, but now Dolph here looking to stay on Kofi Kingston here and seated neckbreaker. On to our WWE champion. And well, Kofi and Reigns on Money in the Bank. Definitely going to be one hell of a contest, but who knows? If Kofi wins and retains, or if Kofi loses the title to Roman Reigns. If Dolph is to win this matchup here tonight, Dolph, future WWE title opportunity. Who knows, maybe even a triple threat between Kofi, Reigns, and Dolph in the future. Now that one you could definitely take my money for. Especially if Dolph is in it. To very ready to take my money for our regular main event in general, Kofi and Reigns. Well, the Smackdown main event. Because Smackdown and Raw are going to co-main event Money in the Bank with the ladder match. But if Dolph Ziggler is to be added into the matchup, maybe. Or if it's to be a triple threat in the future, even after Money in the Bank. Well, especially take my money. But anyway, SmackDown looking to become the better show than Raw is. And now Kofi here looking to actually wrap up this matchup. The boom drop onto Dolph Ziggler. But SmackDown and Raw going head-to-head looking to reduce the best shows. Raw's main event was the Raw Women's Championship. As Becky Lynch retained against Ruby Riott. SmackDown's main event, an 8-woman battle royal. The winner will face Bayley at Money in the Bank. As see right there, Kofi Kingston. He was looking for trouble in paradise, but Dolph Ziggler able to reverse it. And now Dolph, he knows that if Kofi hits the trouble in paradise, it could as well be lights out for Dolph, and he does not want that to happen. Kofi has ruled the majority of this matchup. Dolph Ziggler still very perseverant here. As now Dolph heads to the outside, and Kofi playing around with him right there as he just runs back to the ring. Kofi once again looking for trouble in paradise. Dolph sees it coming, punched him across the skull. Dolph Ziggler not going to let Kofi hit trouble in paradise here, and I don't blame him. Dolph is trying to fight back, trying to do anything he can here, but I don't think he's going to be able to fight it much longer. Kofi, he wants to wrap up this matchup. He wants to take it home here tonight. He doesn't want to take too much damage ahead of his battle against Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank in 2 weeks' time. As you see right there, Tilt-A-Whirl neckbreaker by the WWE champion, the face of SmackDown. To fair, the face of WWE, you hold that title in general. And now Kofi calling Dolph to his fatal trouble in paradise. And just like that, I'm pretty sure Kofi's put Dolph away, but he's not going to pin. Kofi's not going to pin. What's this here? Oh, here we go, SOS. Kofi, back-to-back finishing maneuvers. And that puts away Dolph Ziggler. Kofi, a trouble in paradise, followed by an SOS. 2 finishing maneuvers. I guess because count the boom drop earlier moments ago. Kofi just pulling out the best moves in his arsenal to put away the show off here tonight. To open us up on SmackDown. As I completely botched the commentary there, but there we go. Kofi Kingston, the WWE champion, with a victory here tonight in our opening contest. Kofi, momentum rolling before Money in the Bank in 2 weeks' time when he faces off against Roman Reigns.
Climb the ladder. Grab the briefcase. Earn a championship opportunity. WWE's Money in the Bank ladder match. All for a chance at a guaranteed championship contract. WWE Money in the Bank.
And well, of course, the main event for Money in the Bank, the 8-man Money in the Bank ladder match, as we take a look at the field. Those 8 showcased right there will go to war in your main event. And well, speaking of main events, it's time for the main event of tonight's show. The 8-1 Battle Royal, Tamina, Liv Morgan, Carmella, Charlotte Flair, Ember Moon, Selena Vega, Mickie James, and Lana will be the 8 women that will go to battle here tonight. To end things off, winner will face Bayley for her SmackDown Women's Championship at Money in the Bank. And well, the 8-man Money in the Bank ladder match was just shown. And well, Ash Black, Finn Balor, Buddy Murphy, and Andrade, they represent SmackDown, Well, the Raw side things, we see Braun Strowman, The Miz, Ricochet, and Cesaro. So, to be fair, pretty damn good for each brand. And well, the winner of this matchup not only leads, the winner of this matchup will not only go to face off against Bayley for SmackDown style Money in the Bank, but also, well, the losers of this matchup, well, I like to think at least one of them from this field of 8 will go on to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Raw has not confirmed none of their 4, neither yet has SmackDown. And well, this upcoming week on Raw Week 3, we will see the announcement of the participants for the 8-woman Money in the Bank ladder match as Charlotte Flair, to be fair, reacts to me the favorite to win this matchup. She has made her way down to the ring, and now up next, second woman. This is Ember Moon. And well, to be fair, I feel like she is another favorite, probably the second most favorite to actually win this matchup, in retrospect now. And well, she hasn't really been given all that much opportunities, and for the opportunities she has really been given before in the past, hasn't really done much of it. So who knows, maybe if she wins this battle royal, it could be her big break as she goes on to face Bayley at Money in the Bank. This is a possible what-if scenario, so take it with a grain of salt here. But I definitely like to think she'll survive. If she doesn't win this matchup, I would like to at least think she survives for a lengthy period of time in this matchup. But one of the more underrated women on the SmackDown roster, well, not in the SmackDown roster, in the WWE roster in general, a dark horse here, but also a favorite, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but whatever. But anyway, she's made her way to the ring, and now it's only 2 as we now await the arrival of the 3rd participant into this matchup, 3rd of 8. To be fair, the whole SmackDown Women's Division being showcased here in this matchup, minus Maurice, but then again, Maurice mostly going to be managing The Miz here in Universe mode, so she left out of this matchup, but then again, I don't think it really matters. She's mostly a manager nowadays. She doesn't really wrestle all that much. But, yeah, SmackDown management putting these 8 women. So this is basically the whole SmackDown Women's Division minus Bayley. Definitely got to think Bayley watching on this matchup backstage, scouting out her competition before she does battle against one of them in 2 weeks at Money in the Bank. And well, Carmella, well, Mella is money. Well, at least that's what she likes to say. So can that actually happen? Can she go on to Money in the Bank? Well, we shall see, ladies and gentlemen. This matchup will begin when SmackDown continues. And here we go, main event time here on SmackDown. This is going to be complete chaos to call here. And well, Ember Moon, Selena Vega, Lana, Charlotte, Liv are going to be interchangeable here for a time being. And Mickie James has already been eliminated. Carmella eliminated Mickie James here. Well, Mickie, the woman with the most experience, the veteran in this matchup, she is the first woman eliminated in record time, my ad. I think that's, well, it's the first battle royal we've seen in all of Universe Month history. And I think that might as well be the quickest elimination in Universe Month history so far. Our first elimination is the quickest. Well, you know, history being made right there, Universe Month history at the very least, as Liv Morgan able to survive from being eliminated by Carmella. So Mella already has 1 elimination under her belt here. In this matchup, we have Liv Morgan and Lana. Selena Vega and Ember Moon. Tamina just took down Charlotte. And now Charlotte Flair here, big time clothesline, taking down the obviously taller woman in this matchup. Tamina, well, the tallest woman in this matchup. So I definitely think Tamina has an advantage, although, well, she has an advantage and disadvantage, because obviously the advantage here will be outmatching everyone else when it comes to power. The disadvantage will be if everyone gains up on you, which they most likely will, because you're the tallest one in the matchup, obviously. You know, your feet, they are longer, so it's gonna be more difficult for you to save yourself, compared to like Liv Morgan, what she did earlier moments ago against Mella. So Liv was able to save herself. Tamina, I don't think she's going to be able to do that. Well, at least it's going to be more difficult. As now Charlotte trying to eliminate Ember decides to give up. As Ember Moon is giving Charlotte a fight. Selena Vega and Lana in the middle of the ring. And Lana is looking for something there. And Selena Vega, oh wait, no, head scissors. Taking down Lana. Of course, Lana will accompany Rusev majority of the time in New But Lana, she's more of an in-ring athlete these days compared to Maurice. So that's the reason to ask why Maurice is here. Well, Maurice is not here and Lana is. So there you go. And well, down to 7, Mickie James. First one eliminated and in record time by the self-proclaimed Princess of Staten Island. And Carmella, see right there, Selena Vega. Dropkick taking down both Lana and Tamina. Impressive on her part. Selena Vega, of course, mostly the business associate of Andrade, but also an in-ring competitor. She does both. Same like Lana, just I think Selena Vega is better at it, if you ask me. Yes, we just broke kayfabe. And now, sending Tamina into the corner, as now Ember Moon on the verge of eliminating Charlotte here. And well, I didn't know this, but Liv Morgan, she's been eliminated by Carmella. So now Mella with 2 eliminations in this matchup. And well, Liv Morgan's fellow Riot Squad members, or former Riot Squad members, as Liv is here on Smackdown. The rest of the Riot Squad are over on Raw. Ruby Riot and Sarah Logan were both in the main event. Well, at least Sarah Logan in the corner of Ruby Riot, as Ruby failed to win the Women's title from Becky Lynch. And now Mella here, 3rd elimination. She eliminates Tamina. Carmella on a roll here. She's done the only 3 eliminations, and I'm looking for a 4th one on Lana here, and yes! 4 eliminations, and Charlotte clotheslines. Ember Moon over the top rope, and then we were down to 3. We were down to 3 double drop kick by both Mella and Charlotte, and now what the hell, double team here. And Charlotte gets dropped into a leg drop onto Selena Vega. Carmella eliminating 4 women in this matchup: Lana, Liv Morgan, Tamina, and Mickie James. And Charlotte just eliminated Ember Moon moments ago. And to be fair, if you ask, okay, this is when the bias, this one became a little bit biased here on Smackdown. No, Charlotte right there, big time spear onto Carmella. And well, to be fair, I actually, if I preferred anyone, it'll be one of these 3. Well, to be fair, there was 4 that I actually had favored it. Well, at least 4 that I preferred. These 3 and Ember Moon face off against Bayley. If you ask me, those would be the best possible matchups for SmackDown. And well, Liv Morgan, Tamina, Lana, and Mickie James, not really so much. They're more in the bottom of the totem pole. But to be fair, I'm personally happy with these final 3. I don't mind these final 3. Prefer these overall the rest of the women to actually face off against Bayley at Money in the Bank. But that's just me. And SmackDown management, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this. SmackDown management probably doesn't like me all that much for those comments, but whatever. I'll take my chances. Anyway, Selena Vega now. Charlotte being set in the corner by her. And now Selena looking, was trying to think of eliminating Charlotte. I think she had second thoughts there, but Mella was going to break it up. Well, she does break it up, so that's weird. And now Charlotte on the verge getting eliminated here. But no, trying to skin the cat with Mella. She is going to stop Selena Vega from doing it. And well, Mella and Charlotte, they did do a double team maneuver against Selena Vega earlier on in the matchup, so Carmella looking to keep that alliance between the 2, I guess. So that's why she stopped Selena Vega from eliminating Charlotte, I believe, like 3 or 4 times by this point. That's now Selena getting out the corner. Charlotte and Mella, yeah, I think they are teaming up here against her. But now look at Selena Vega trying to fight back. If anything, you think it would be Selena and Charlotte, because one manages Andrade, the other one, significant other of Andrade. And no, the natural selection right there, and Charlotte, and that's not going to help out their relationship. That's not going to help out at all. Selena Vega, the business associate of Andrade, the reason for a majority of Andrade's success here in the WWE. And Charlotte, well, you know, she's with Andrade, so that's that. Anyway, Selena Vega bringing down Mella. Carmella here once again with 4 eliminations. Can Selena Vega or Charlotte be the 5th one here? And now look at this big time DDT. Elevation DDT by Selena Vega. Now Selena throws Charlotte, and Charlotte's up and over. Charlotte just like that gets eliminated. That was out of nowhere. to be fair, I'm kind of shocked here. So once again, Selena Vega and Charlotte's relationship, that's not getting any better anytime soon after this battle royal is up and over with, to be fair. And Selena was looking for something against Mel, looking to eliminate her. So Selena Vega has an elimination under her belt. Can Mela perhaps be a second one here? Well, I don't think she is, because now Carmella here looking for perhaps her 5th elimination and the final one of the matchup, and she gets it. Selena Vega was just too fatigued after eliminating Charlotte, being caught off her game perhaps, and Carmella walks out of this matchup with the victory. Not only that, she walks out here as the MVP. 5 eliminations. She eliminated over half of the field. Selena Vega, Lana, Liv Morgan, Tamina, and Mickie James. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the Princess of Staten Island, she will go in Money in the Bank, and she is going to face Bayley for Smackdown Women's Championship. There you go. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we end off Smackdown. The Princess of Staten Island, Carmella, looking better than ever, and more recent one, as we end off Smackdown.